Hello, it's Robin again. So I wanted to tell you about this project that I have going on. I've made a video before about my bullet journal, and I had this idea over the last few weeks to do a bullet journal for my kids because I homeschool. Because I wanted a way where they would remember where their folder was, because they would, not their folder, their journal, where I could make sure they're actually getting a decent amount accomplished every day because we've had some issues with honesty with some of the kids. And a way that they can express themselves and see the value of being organized. So I had this idea and it kept me up for a couple nights because I was so excited. But then I was able to set it aside and make a list and come back to it. So I actually have not made the bullet journals yet. We are getting together with a group, with a homeschool group together, and we'll be making it all at the same time. But because I'm the only one who's really done bullet journals before, I decided to make a little bit of a plan. So first I wrote down what I want my kids to have. So in the beginning of the bullet journal, they'll have these lists that they'll do pretty much just once. For those of you, some of you, if you're not LDS, you might see some of these and be like, what is a bomb? And what is an FHE? These are, and we belong to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the Mormon Church. And so these are things that are important for my family that have to do with the gospel. So obviously, if you're not LDS, you don't have to put these things in. You don't have to put any of these things in. This is your bullet journal. But just so you don't wonder what foreign language I'm speaking. Okay, so I want each of the kids to have a book list. I want them to have a money tracker because we need to start working on that. We're going to have a homeschool contract that talks about their need to be honest and what they expect and what they can expect from me. Their big goals, I have a kid who wants to earn his Eagle Scout in the next 2 years. We're going to be studying, we're actually going to be studying the whole world, but I have one who would be in the equivalent of 5th grade, and so we're especially going to be doing USA and work on capitals. We're going to have a wish list, and it seems counterproductive because I'm also working on gratitude a lot this year, but there's a reason for that. I'll get to that. This is the Book of Mormon list. I'm going to print out a sheet that they can write every chapter they read, they can color in. Great things about me. I want to boost their self-esteem with this. And then this every day, I want to have a list on there of things that I expect them to do every day. That's get dressed before noon, eat breakfast, put their breakfast away because that's an issue, make their bed, brush their teeth, that kind of stuff. Stuff that needs to happen every day no matter what. And then I've broken it down, and there are things that I want discussed on a monthly basis. We're going to see what our big goals up here, how can we break them down by month. And we're going to try to have family council every month, whether it be in a big family council or with each kid. I want them to see how they're doing, see that they're progressing. My kids' art is very important. They love to doodle, and I'd like to give them a place to do that. So we're having some challenges and some pages on there. Like I said, you'll see examples of this in just a minute. And then a word of the day list. I haven't decided whether I'm actually going to do this or not, but I like the idea. And what the plan is for family home evening that month, so everybody knows who's in charge of what. Because we do a lesson, we do a scripture, we do a song, we do a prayer, we do an activity, and we do a treat. Not all that happens every week, in case you're wondering, oh, they're so good. Yeah, that happens like once a month. Usually it's, oh yeah, it's Monday night. So for family evening, we're going to talk about this. And we talk for 2 minutes and then we're done. Yes, I'm horrible. I know. That's okay. Every week, we're going to ponderize a scripture. What this means, if you're unfamiliar with this term, is that we're going to have a scripture for the family that we're going to use all week, the same scripture, and we're going to try to memorize it. A goal tracker, again, we're going to take these goals, break them down even further, so what we need to do each week. We use My Tech High, so they have to every week submit a summary of what they have done that week. They have to have between 2 and 3 sentences per subject, so I want them to have a place to have that down because that's been a fight in the past. Events, so they know what plans we have coming up. Prayer list, this I'm not making mandatory, but my kids are cute about praying for people, and so it'd be nice if they have a place for that. Spelling lists, that's kind of self-explanatory. Presentation schedule. Okay, so what this is we're going to try to, I tried this last year a little bit, but I wasn't on my ADHD meds, and I gave myself way too much to do. But each week, oh my gosh, you can tell I did this late at night, like I spelled presentation wrong. Good job, Robin. Anyway, each week we want to talk about an artist, and want to talk about a philosopher, among other things. Well, my oldest is my science-minded, so he's going to start presenting the philosophers, and I'll give him a list of people to pick from, and he'll have to read about them and present something to us. And my daughter will be the one in charge of our artists, and every now and then she'll do a project as well. Okay, and then we have our dailies. I love dailies, you guys. So that's our schedule. It's our to-do list pretty much, and any plans we have that day. We really, really, really want to focus on gratitude this year. So I'm going to have a question for them each day. I just found them on Pinterest. Like the first one was, what smells are you grateful for? And we'll have a math problem. I don't know if this will happen daily, but it's an idea. Because they'll have math work too also. This would be just a separate, kind of an extra challenging, why not problem. These, I want to have a space so that if I need to write them a note or give them a quote for inspiration or a reminder, I can do that. And I want to have a list of journal entries, and I would like that. Okay, so here's what I did. Because we're getting together as a group, the first thing I did was I jumped to Pinterest, because Pinterest is my favorite place in the entire universe, I think, online anyway. And I just wrote down sketches of these things that appealed to me. So I knew that we wanted to have a calendar, so I just went and did these mini sketches here. And trackers. Anyway, but then what I did was I took a notebook that I wasn't using. So we'll use our calendars first. So I went and I made an actual sample page. Not all of these are decorated because I worked on these for, I'm not going to tell you how many hours yesterday. So this one, I don't know if you can see through the washi tape, but it has the days of the week, it has the date, and then what we're doing that week. Now, my kids are young. I don't think any of them are going to choose this. Oh, future dates are on here too. This is really kind of not exciting. But I wanted, some of these kids, our friends have older kids. Okay, so this is the second sample page. So this, we have a mini calendar, and they just write the days that are important and color code them. There's an inspiration quote. They can write their goals for the month and then track them. You like how I didn't actually plan that tracker out. And so each day they color mark what they did that day. All right, this is the third one. This is what I use currently. I have my calendar goes spaces 2 pages, and then I write my future dates here, my goals, and I don't use a tracker anymore because it's really depressing to see how much I forget to fill out. Anyway, so these can be changeable. Obviously, they don't have to be what they are. This is another smaller calendar. This has a challenge on it, so you would write down. I hope you guys don't read too much what I wrote, because I just kind of was just whatever came to my mind. So they're really random. I really don't have a goal to eat turkey legs. But there would be a theme, I guess, and then we would use that theme to teach another lesson. This calendar, we would have a daily. So either you would choose a daily scripture, a doodle prompt, a spelling word, a country, anything you can think of. I told you, I was so random. So I thought, oh, let's look at counties in Utah and just put one on each day. We're not really going to do the counties in Utah, you guys. I don't. Anyway. And then just the dates that are important here. By the way, both of my boys chose this to go in theirs. So, okay, then the next thing we have is a tracker. I told you I wanted them to start being more responsible with their money. So these are just little sketches. But this is what it looks like in real life. So this one is just a ledger. Plain and simple, like you would take in any accounting class. I'm sure you can print them online if you want to. The date, where you got your money, where you spent your money, and what your total is. Whoa, focus, sorry. This one's a little more fun. Again, I was totally going so random. This one, you put your actual goals, what you want to save money for, and how much it's going to cost to get it. And then you have envelopes that coincide. So if this were the case, I would have 4 envelopes. I'd have one that said bike, one that said ruby necklace, one that said Play-Doh, and one that said bouillabaisse dinner at Lakai. This was totally just random. So on the bike envelope, every time we saved $10, we would mark it off here, and there would be $10 in the envelope. If we really wanted this ruby necklace, this is totally, you guys, random. Not even joking. Anyway, so then when you have the amount you need, then you can take your envelope to the store and buy that thing, or take it to Lakai, whatever the case may be. So those are the only 2. Of course, both kids picked this one because they're visual boys. The next one I had was a book list. Because we're doing this for school, it is very important to me that we focus on literature. Because my kids read like mad, and I would love for them to see visually a representation of all the reading that they do, because I don't think they realize how much they read. This one is my favorite, and I think it's my daughter's favorite. This is just a bookshelf. You just draw rectangles, and then any books you'd like to read or that's on your to-do list to read, you write them in there, and then when you're done, you color them. Pretty easy. Let's see, can you tell what I've been reading? This is my favorite this year. Oh, focus. Anne of Green Gables, Anne of Avonlea, Anne of the Island. I had to skip this one because it's not in the public domain. Anne's House of Dreams. I'm almost done with Rainbow Valley. Oh, I forgot to put Anne of Ingleside in there. Oh, well. But anyway, so I read these two. I've read a few more that I just forgot to put on there. And then you can decorate these too. My daughter was like, can I put the flowers in? I said, yeah, we'll leave it blank for you. So this one's a bookshelf. And this one, both my boys picked this for theirs. You can break it up, and these can be any subject you want. If you're in high school, it could be books that I have to read for school. And you write down the name of the books that you'd like to read, and once you're done reading it, you color it in. This one is if you're feeling like being well-rounded. You can just specify genres, write down the books that you would like to read from that genre, and then check it off when you're done. I don't have any desire to be well-rounded. This one is simply an accomplishment. You write the name of the book and the date you finished it. Doesn't matter what genre or anything. You just name, done. Name, done. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, I didn't have the kids choose this one because they're going to get it anyway. I haven't decided if this is something I'd like to do monthly or weekly, but we are going to do a doodle page. So the point of this is if I'm helping one child with a project and another child needs help and they need to learn how to be patient, they can go to their doodle page and they can work on this. Or if we're doing read alouds and I need to have my hands moving. I can't ever just sit and listen. So these are just some ideas. So the scribbles, and then you can color them in. These are some squares, cake. I have tons more of these like online. You could even just print these and glue them in if you wanted. They wouldn't have to be any size. You don't have to include these if you don't want to. Cupcakes to decorate, squares, comic book. Anyway, so the next section, it's for wish list. I told you I'm working on gratitude, but the reason I have the wish list is for two reasons. One, so they can keep track of things so that I can go look at when it's time to go Christmas shopping. I know what they actually want, where to get it, and how much it cost. But also, do you remember that money tracker with the goals? If they find something that they want really bad and they keep seeing it on their wish list, they can put that as a goal to purchase, and they can have that on that page. I like this because it's easy, but this one's kind of fun too. You like my wish list? So I've got these pens that I'd like, and this journal that I'd like, and an easel, and sparkly gold shoes. I don't really need a dress. I just wanted to draw a picture. A backdrop stand and a backdrop, and $1 trillion. I just wrote one and then a whole bunch of commas. I had to go back and later see how much it really was. I don't really need $1 trillion. Okay, so the next part about this is the goals. So bullet journals are fantastic for recording goals. And so this is my little sketch page for them, and then I turn them into sample pages. Whoops. So this is a very basic goal page. You write your goal, you write how to get it. Not very exciting, but that's life for you. This one is my favorite. So this is a roadmap goal. So like I told you, I have a son who wants to get his Eagle Scout. So we're going to start, he's at a first class. And when I do these for real, I'm going to print these cards, and they're going to be bigger, and you're actually going to be able to read what they say. Crazy, I know. And then as he finishes them, he can color them in and glue them on his, like maybe I'll have a little parking garage for all the ones that he needs to do, and then he can glue it on when he's done. I don't know. We'll see. This one is just a doodle one. You write down your goals. If your goal is to stay at 200 pounds, then hey, good job. And then when you've completed it, you color it in. If you want to save $300, whatever. Anyway, any goals can go here. That's the Book of Mormon in case you need it. This one is you write each of your goals down there, and you can track your daily trackers if you chose not to do that in one of your other things. This one is you take any basic shape, star, circle, whatever, and then you write your small goals as you do them, and then you color them in as you complete them. So if you wanted your goal to be not complaining for one day, you could write not complain for one day, and then if you do it that day, then you can color it in. Good job, you. Yay, you. This is for if you have a multi-part goal. So like we're going on vacation this year, but we need to talk about lodging and food and what we're doing for education, money, how to earn the money, what we need the money for, how much it's going to cost, where we're going, how many nights we're staying there. This is a Christmas one, just so you could see. I was getting my husband. We do something you want, something you need, something to wear, something to read. So anyway. This one is more for something that needs a detailed plan. So I'm a photographer, and I do these cute shoots, and I've only done one, even though my goal this summer was to do like 5. So this is my big goal, is to do the baby shoot. So I need models for the shoot, I need props for the shoot, and I need a location, and then I would have the details. I probably shouldn't have had that on there publicly. Oh well, sorry, people. Here's another goal page. You write the big goal here. You have the details here. Okay, the next thing we wanted to do is have our weekly planner. Now, not everybody does weekly planners, but I like them. So I actually have, there's several of these. I'll try to be fast. So this one has our ponderized scripture, so the kids write it down. Any plans we have, which day of the week the plans are, either a note from mom or a sketch, what their job is for family meeting, what they need to do it, how much money they earned, how much money they spent. Their summary, like I said, we need this for My Tech High. Spelling list, family responsibilities, so it'd be like your chore, change so many diapers, whatever. Tracker. I'll try to be fast because I know it's a long video. So another sample that has all the days of the week. You write what you're doing, what time you're doing them at, your tracker, memorize, quote, list. And this one also has the days of the week, and then you can customize these spots. Again, the days of the week here. Tracker. This is if you're studying weather or like Dow James or anything that changes on a daily basis. Your ponderized things you made, anyway, just lists. I just was titling. This is, I'm not going to tell you what time in the morning this was. I like this one personally. None of my kids have picked this, but I think it's my favorite. So your days of the week are here and the dates. Your summary goes here, and then you can customize these. And this is a one page that has just the date, the day, what your plans are, what time the plans are, ponderize, quote, tracker. This is a circle one because, you know, you got to get creative sometimes. Okay, then we have these days. I'm just going to show you these. I actually have on this sketch, I have 33 of these daily pages. And I only drew a few in here, and so I'll be fast. But I found this lady on Pinterest. I was reading her thing about hers. She's ADHD as well, and she said that she uses scrapbook pages as inspiration for layouts for her daily pages, and I think that is the most genius thing I've ever heard in my whole life, and it changes everything. So then my kids can have room to doodle. Has our to-do lists. Sometimes a note from mom. Sometimes a journal prompt. This could be two different colors, like you could color it in, you could doodle, you could do sketches. The wrong day for that. Anyway, so kind of fun, huh? Like, I love that one. And then we're doing, because I told you I want this to be a self-esteem booster, we're doing some about me pages. This one you would write your name in the middle, color it, and then as you discovered things about yourself that you liked, you would write them here. This one's kind of like a Facebook page. You draw a picture of yourself, talk about your details, things, what you want to be when you grow up, and words to describe yourself, because I want to swap those. Your age, your favorite book, your favorite movie, your favorite music, your favorite drink, your favorite color, your favorite animal. Anyway, now, like I said, I actually have more of that on my sketches. These are some more about me. You could do a sunburst and write something in each of these. You could draw pictures of things you like about yourself. You could lay it out like this and write anything you wanted in these. You could do I feel statements. Those of you who know me, I hate I feel statements with a passion. This would have questions in it. This is the one we talked about. This one would be a sunshine with these lines going all the way out, and you just write notes about yourself. This you would do the ABCs of about me, so you'd list all the letters. And this one you'd put your picture in the middle and details about you. Anyway, so I have not completed samples for like the map, actually. I did print out a map. Maybe I don't have it in here. Oh, here it is. So what she'll do is, as she has that state memorized and the capital, then she'll color it in and write the abbreviation. But we'll do other things. Like I have one kid who needs to work on essays, so I'll have a list of essays that he needs to complete throughout the year. I'm going to do a preschool one that will have a letter for each, or a page for each letter, and things like that. But I haven't even started thinking on that yet. Anyway, so I hope that you like this. I will show you when I have a few of these finished all the way. I'll show you what they look like done. But I hope that this helps you if you're planning your school year or trying to keep your kids on board. Thanks for sticking with me for almost 20 minutes. Have a good day.